Today's sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys coming off a road victory in the opener, looking to make it 2 straight to start the year. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys also winners in week 1, so a couple of 1-0 teams ready to get after it here. Two teams here fresh off week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
They'll run. This is Bashal Tootin. Oh, what a juke into space. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Jaguars, first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. This defense for the Steelers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is caught. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 46 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. Tootin powering his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown. Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And you think of guys use the stiff arm so effectively? I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Steelers. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just about wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And he stopped immediately there. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. You look at this Steeler defense, and they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Taken from just outside the 30. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a man who played collegiately in College Station, their rookie quarterback from Texas A&M.
And as we begin week 2 in the NFL, he was truly one of the top stories around the league. What a debut. Didn't look phased at all, handled everything with poise and grace, and played through in a big way. I can't wait to see what the defenses throw out in this week and see how he adjusts.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that 1st down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little bumping. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 84 yards.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Here's a 2nd and 7. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command. Not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked on with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll drop the throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
Touchdown! DK Metcalf, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and he's got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
At the Steelers' 39-yard line.
Rip, 23. Hey, center. Touch.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now Lawrence to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's into space past the 25. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Play action. It's Lawrence. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. But to throw again is Lawrence. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Go. Hey, Soko, Hut.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Lawrence will throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
42 yards rushing for him now to this point. Now a 2nd and 2. Keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will have the Steelers first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. The Steelers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And this would be quite a start for them if they could win 2 straight on the road.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't do him any favors. They gave him 2 road games right out of the gate, but the thinking on the team has to be, imagine if we win these 2 games. What a setup for the rest of the season for us.
Well, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Now inside the 25. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 46 yards. And runs like that with explosiveness. That's what this rookie can bring to the table.
And add to it speed, patience, vision. A rookie has all of that. That's usually a veteran's combo plate. I love this guy.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And the Steelers are going to have it first and goal as they'll take this down to about the 3. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up first and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Ready?
Johnson. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Boswell for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger. And a nice job by the 2 of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
To the 36-yard line, stop there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Red on red. Son.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Hey.
Now Lawrence. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the right hash, this from 53. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in the touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. They'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Back to throw now on first down. Wilson's got it complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And the forwards blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. A Steeler first down on a pickup of 11 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Hunter. And the Jags will take over here at their own 14-yard line. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career. And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hunter. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
And the Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, Lion.
Here's Lawrence. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
The Steelers 17-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Hey, hey, hey.
Lawrence. He'll fight a man over the middle. It's Washington. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. Halftime coming up. Let's get you downstate an hour or two to Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Oh, a good return up past the 30. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Now a play fake here on first down. Guys, man, complete over the middle. It's Moore. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Short throw to... And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Jags grab it. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark. No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies. 2nd and 2. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Back to throw again. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 28. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not.
A 46-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
He'll try to pick it up himself. It will be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a first down.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spotting out about passing downs.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the Steelers' 37-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Out of the gun now on third down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
At the 15-yard line.
Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on second and less than a yard. A handoff for Warren. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. A second and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 124 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A yard all they need, but it's third down. He'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on third and a yard. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. Only able to gain a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finding room at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They'll look to throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers are on their way to a 2-0 start. He has really settled. And throwing the football, and now of course all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this one over the back line of the end zone, where they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Throwing on second down, Lawrence. That's caught. It's Strange, the tight end. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Hey, Lion!
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 139 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Darnell Savage there to make the tackle. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On the give, it's Warren. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Those INTs all sting. When you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do that, right? Interceptions in the red zone that you're giving up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big 1st down to get away from the end zone.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Hey, go! Son, it's on his hunt.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Right to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Here's 2nd and 10.
He's a 24. Hey.
Now Lawrence to throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Hunter. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here we go, Sahara.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
And the Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
It's a throw again as Lawrence. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Peyton Wilson on the stop. A A 7-yard pickup.
Well, Lawrence going to move him around a bit. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on this.
And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown. Brian Thomas, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. So that drive 7 plays in length. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He's got the connection to Moore. And they're going to be settled down around the 15-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll come up 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
17. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level. And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Got his man. It's the tight end Strange with it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. After the sack here, 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. We'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that, because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. But no such issues in this game. The scoring started right away and held up at a steady clip the remainder of the game.
So for Pittsburgh, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.